Hey everybody, Mark and Susan, Colorado, Sasquatch Research. Today we have come back for a third journey, to come to follow up to see if we've run across these Bigfoots up here. And we're on this side of the river today. As you remember, here is the grave cairn that we found the very first time I came up here, with all these branches thrown all over it. It wasn't a fire pit, this is a grave cairn. Somebody was buried here. Then as I made my way up, if you remember in the film, probably 20-30 yards, the Bigfoot was sitting right up here. I'm just going to take a second and go show you he's not there where he was again. So that you, oh yeah, and the apple. Susan left him an apple because we heard him up here. I was swooping and we heard like the goofy kind of like, ooh, right where we've had our prior experiences with this Bigfoot. So she left a little apple up here. Running across broken bows a lot, but she left a little apple just right here. So in the video, there's the tree right there, the willow branch tree. You could see it is just budding out. I was moving my way up here along this steep rock face where that monument is at the top, like I told you, and came up here, got to here, climbed this rock face right here. Right as I came up here to this deck right here, I came around this bush and boom, there he was, right there, guys. Remember I said in the video, I said, whoa, that's kind of like a weird looking shadow, but he was right there. I mean, guys, that's maybe what, 10-15 yards, and there was this big black Bigfoot right on the other side of that tree, using that tree as cover. And he was standing up as high as it was, looking right at me. He looked like Chewbacca. He actually looked, and if you look at the pictures and watch the video, he looks like the Matilda video that was released by the Erickson Project during the Genome Project. Same type look though, almost like a bear. I called him a bear man. Now, he's not there now, but this is where I was standing, guys, right there. There was a Bigfoot right there. No way I could have hoaxed it, no way in this type of terrain. So me and Susan were down here a minute ago and I started whooping. Whoop, whoop! And I got some kind of vocalization from it. They're like a woo, woo. Strangest thing. So, anyways, looking down, rock face. We're going to move our way back down here. And I'm going to go to the spot where we saw the first Bigfoot, the reason that we even came up here. But look, guys, this is right there. You can watch the video from where I'm standing right here. And there he was, clear as day, that picture. And it's not there now on a bright, sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, same thing. Moving up along here. Now somewhere up here there's a cave. And it, you can tell it's a high cave area, but somewhere that's where he is. He makes his way up the mountain, and then, like I said, that's where he was. So, like I showed in the last video, this winds around behind this, and that takes you like a ravine all the way to the top of the mountain. It's a steep climb too, so. Basically today we're just going to hang out here and see what happens. We're going to enjoy the river. It's a hot day. We're going to take our time up here. You'll see where I was comparatively where the Bigfoot was. You come down here and this is home. It's all matted down, as you can see. We're up on the side of a cliff and it levels out. You have decks as you climb the mountain. You'll go deck, where you have a flat space like this, and it looks like something's been laying here, but this hasn't been messed with in a while. When I first found this grave, all these boughs that are sitting here, broken tree branches, were all still green. So there's something buried in there. I don't know if it's a baby Bigfoot, animal kill, what it is, but that's where we were. And it's like I followed him, and he was staying just farther enough ahead of me that I couldn't get up to him. I'm lucky he didn't throw a rock at me. I could have ended up in a grave like that. And you can see these boughs or sticks have been stripped of their leaves and used for whatever that is covering that grave up. And stepping back, you can clearly see it is a grave. It's a clear grave. So we're going to make our way down. There's the cliff overhang where the Bigfoot was sitting. My cover page right now on Facebook. Let's see. Trying to navigate this best I can. Little overhang here. Be careful with snakes, Mark. As you can see, it's not an easy. Susan's already down there, but as you can see, this is not an easy pathway, ravine. But again, this is what they do. And this is how they can get up a mountain and get away from whoever's ever pursuing them, because this isn't easy for a human to get up here. These Colorado rock hopping Sasquatch just make short order of these type of areas. Okay, I think she went down. Alright, so, second overhang, there's the river. So, I told her I was going to go show this again, then show the cave down here with the logs that I told you. It looks like it's gotten a little bit bigger too. Oh, there you are. I was like, whoa, who's up there? Susan. It's a red-haired Sasquatch. So, the rock stack is still here. We showed it last week. And, so this is where he was, guys. There's the river. Now you can see the trail. Anybody walking along, fisherman or whoever, hiker, I can't believe that they wouldn't have seen him sitting right here against this rock. See? But there's a stick. There's another one under there. But it looks like he was sitting right here behind the rock stack here. Right here. Under the overhang. And he was actually looking this way. We were way on the other side of the river yelling at it, trying to get it to look over here. But it looked like he was looking down this way. His head is facing that way, down this little alley, which is another pathway down to the river. But another interesting thing we found down here we're going to show also is what appears to be like a gorilla's nest. There's, what do you call this? Juniper. See this juniper break? See the twist? How it's been like twisted? Typical Bigfoot behavior. This juniper was brought down here. I guess that's what he was using, maybe to kind of hide himself if someone saw him coming up the river. Although he was sitting back, you know, right here. He was sitting right there. But, this juniper twist. So we found a little spot down here right at the base of the river. And there's no vehicle access. This is just an old stagecoach trail. It's a historical area. So that road is now just a walking trail. You can maybe ride a mountain bike at the most on it. But no vehicle access. So no one would have saw him, especially just walking the trail. And then I decided the next week to come up here, look into this a little deeper. We went higher and higher, ran into him up there. And you've seen the pictures. So, yeah, let's see if I can get back a little bit here just to show. There's nothing here to give off that kind of shadow. The Patty shadow. He has hair all the way to its face, just like the Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot. Crazy. They look like ninjas when the hair grows up that high up the cheekbone. There's not much skin left. Now, the logs for down here is also what I was going to show. There's a cave that's been wallowed out under here, underneath this rock. where these big logs look like they were set in front of it to maybe block the entrance. It's not real deep. It looks like maybe a bear-sized den, but depending on the size of the Sasquatch, they're not all 8 feet tall. It's just another thing that adds up to it here. Actually, I never noticed there's 2 breaks. You got the one here, look, and then there's another one right here. Total twist. Look at how they twist that. It's like a violent, like they're wringing someone's neck. They twist it. That's crazy. Just bringing the juniper down. Anyway, so we found some bedding, a little bedding area. It looks like someone took a bunch of juniper boughs and they're all flattened on the ground. They've been put there, so more, I know Bigfoot is not typically a primate how we view primates as humans, but the behavior continues on and on. Primate, primate, primate. And that may just be survivalism. Survival tactics may not have anything to do with apes whatsoever. But there it is. There's a little rock stack, and that's where he was. So you just have to be careful. Remember, on this one part here, it's slick. I kind of use a guide hand to guide me into this tree so I don't fall down the cliff. And here's this little cave. Let's do this. Oh. Now, so this little area that we're in, this is going on, what, 2.5-year project now out here. Because we had such great pictures and a video capture. So, again, we started the 2020 season saying, what should we do? Where should we go? We have all these different places we've shown where we've had Bigfoot activity, prints and structures and so forth. And we said, let's just stick to what our best shot. We don't know how many more years we're going to be able to do this. So anyway, here's the cave. Susan took a picture with me in front of it to show size comparison. Goes down in the earth. Now, when I first saw this, in conjunction to where the Bigfoot was sitting up here, I saw this cave, and I can fit in there, were these huge logs that were split and set here almost like seats. But if you look at it the way it's done, these logs were set in front of the hole of this den, or whatever it is, this cave, to block the entrance. Ingenious, but as you can tell, they've been sitting here a while, so he hasn't been using this. There hasn't been a Bigfoot activity over here, but there's a little layup cave in there, hidden with huge logs. It was just, another part of the whole symbology, the sign of what we've been doing up here. Trying to get this guy on video, and that's the only reason we're continuing to do this. We've been at this for 12 years, guys. 12 years now in the Bigfoot community. I put out hundreds of videos. I've been all over the eastern Front Range of Colorado. And I'm not going to be doing any more high value editing, with the Colorado Sasquatch logo and all that. It's just too much. It's too much. Now we're getting up in age. We're just going to show. We're going to come to the areas where we've had luck, had experiences with Bigfoot, and just continue to go to those places, and then hopefully something happens again. But we're not going to actively, I'm not going to be as aggressive anymore. There's no point for me to put out, those editing things with my videos. I mean, it's cool, it's fun to do. I hate editing. It takes forever to do all that stuff. Whoa, but so we're just gonna continue to come up here and continue to go to our hot zones where we've had encounters, Bigfoot activity, and that's it. And just put a video out. It doesn't have to be extravagant or glamorous because things have changed, and they've changed in the Bigfoot world for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yeah, we do know what they are. The work has been done. We know what they are, and like Steve Isidol, How to Hunt, says, if you want to go out here and with a video camera, that's fine, you know, have at it, more power to you. Well, that's what we do. Look at that, doors covered up. That's what I've been doing for 12 years. So, you know, it isn't always just about Bigfoot. We come out to these gorgeous spots here in Colorado just for a day of relaxation. If we don't get any activity or anything, no big deal. We just like being outdoors. All right, so next thing on the agenda is we're coming up here for about the fourth time in 2.5 years was this. Look, these are juniper bows that are all dead, and they've been brought here. Well, no, it doesn't look like they tore that juniper tree up at all. It's fine. But these are juniper bows. See this? They've been broken and laid in a bed type format. Something you would see from a primate, a gorilla. Lay all the bows down, boom, and that's it. You're done. Let's see if I can see that other little cave. Oh, it's around the bend. So that's it. 16-minute video. We're going to do maybe a second segment. We're going to go down to our, what I call my secret place, my sweet spot, where the Bigfoot takes a mineral bath at the mineral springs, and we're going to go as far as we can go, and we'll go from there. But just wanted to do another follow-up just to show you how important and why important this is to us. I mean, this is really important to us, guys. We are 100% convinced we had 2 Bigfoots up here over a period of 3 weeks, and so we're gonna continue to stay at it this season and stay around here. Poke around. Look at that. Alright. Okay, so that'll be it for Colorado Sasquatch research for this segment anyways. We may do another, we may not. Wow. Look at that. You're right, it is juniper. Look at that. Their juniper bows snapped. This one actually looks cut. Could have been cut. Hard to say. There's a lot of it. Looks like it's matted down. Something made a nest. Now there is a possibility someone with a tent could have, but they'd have to be pretty good. Lay down juniper bows, then put your tent down, I guess. If you didn't have a pad. Let me just go show this up here. Entryway, there's a cave right there. 2 caves. 2 big caves. It's 2 of my favorite ones. This one back here. And then of course the arch, the front yard. It was built by somebody millions of years ago. What is this? Oh. Dark shadow. Alright, so that'll be it for this segment. Colorado Sasquatch Research. Susan Crone and Mark Para.